Hi students, in this video I'll be going through the 2023 A Math Paper 2 question 6. Alright, so this is a question that involves a factor theorem as well as cubic polynomials. Alright, so let's start by reading the question. Okay, so for 6a, they want us to show that 2x plus 1 is a factor of 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 2. And then after that, they want you to factorize the cubic polynomial. Alright, so we will start by letting fx be equals to the polynomial. So fx equals to 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 2. Alright, so if we want to prove that 2x plus 1 is a factor of this cubic polynomial, then if you recall, we need to find f negative half. If f negative half is going to be equals to 0, then 2x plus 1 will be a factor of the cubic polynomial. Right, so how do I get a negative half? Basically, we want to make this one 0. Okay, so we want to make 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So if you find x, x will be negative half. Okay, that's how we got this f negative half. Right, so let's sub inside and then we will calculate out what is the value of f negative half. Right, so for questions such as this, got to show your working, right? Right, so from here, if we calculate this, negative half cube will be negative 1 over 8. So 6 over negative 1 over 8 will be negative 6 over 8, which is negative 3/4. Right, then from here, negative half square will be positive 1/4 times negative 7. So negative 7 over 4 plus half plus 2, right? Okay, so if you sum this thing up, you will get 0. Okay, so we have already this goes to show that 2x plus 1 will be a factor of the cubic polynomial. So we'll just write a statement. So since f negative half equals to 0, 2x plus 1 is a factor of 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 2, right? Alright, so now that we have found one of the factors, that will help us to fully factorize this cubic polynomial, right? So fx is equals to 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 2. Right, since we know that 2x plus 1 is a factor, so the cubic polynomial will be 2x plus 1 times a quadratic factor. Okay, so why quadratic? Because this one is degree 1. Okay, then the overall expression polynomial is degree 3, so this one has to be degree 2. Alright, hence it's a quadratic factor over here. Alright, so we just need to ask ourselves one question. 2x times what will give me 6x cubed? Okay, so it should be obvious that it's a 3x square, right? Okay, only the center term is slightly harder to find, so we'll just let it be bx. Okay, then for the constant term behind, okay, you just need to ask yourself one question. 1 times what will give you 2? Okay, so we want positive 2, so it will be obvious that it's plus 2, right? Okay, so to find the b at the center, the coefficient of x, what we can do is we can equate coefficient of x squared. Okay, so equating coefficient of x squared. Okay, so the coefficient of x squared in the original cubic polynomial is negative 7, so negative 7. Okay, then we need to go and find out when we take 2x plus 1 times 3x squared plus bx plus 2, right? What are the x squared term, right? So the x squared term, well, one of it will be 2x times bx, so you will get 2bx squared, so the coefficient will be 2b. Right, so can we find another one that is a x squared term? Yes, so it will be this one, right? Okay, 1 times 3x squared, so it will give you 3x squared, so the coefficient is 3, so plus 3, right? Okay, then from here we will get negative 10 equals to 2b. Okay, bring the 3 over, then b will be -5. Okay, so now that we have found b equals to -5, we can actually factorize the whole thing already. So 6x³ minus 7x squared minus x plus 2 will be equals to 2x plus 1 times 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. Right, so we will try to factorize this quadratic factor. Okay, so this one will be 3x and x. Okay, so let's see which combi can give us -2 -2 minus 1 will work. Okay, so always expand back and see whether you get back this particular the original quadratic expression in the step before that, right? Okay, so this one will be the answer for 6 part A. Okay, we have fully factorized the cubic polynomial already, right? All right, let's take a look at part B of the question. Okay, so part B, they want us to solve the equation 6 times 4 to the power of y plus 2 times 2 to the power negative y equals to 7 times 2 to the power of y plus 1. Right, so let's see how we can break down this particular equation. Right, so over here you can see that there's a 4 to the power of y, there's a 2 to the power of negative y, there's a 2 to the power of y. Okay, we always want to change to the one with the smallest base. So the smallest base here will be the 2, right? Okay, so this is a base 4. How can we change base 4 to base 2? Right, so if you use the laws of indices, 4 will be 2 square, right? So actually it will be 2 square to the power of y like that, right? Then this one, can we change it to a positive power? If we change it to a positive power, then it will become 1 over 2 to the power of y. Okay, then this one we'll just leave it, and this one. Right, so from here, what we can do is, if you expand this one out, it will be 2 to the power of 2y, right? Okay, so what we can do is we can change the place of the 2 and the y, so it becomes like this. Okay, then because what I want is the 2 to the power of y, okay, in every term. Okay, once you arrive at this point, what you can do is you can introduce a substitution, remember? Okay, so we are going to introduce a substitution, so maybe you can let x equals to 2 to the power of y. Okay, then we will have 6x squared plus 2 times 1 over x, right? Okay, 2 times 1 over x equals to 7x plus 1. Okay, then from here, what we can do is we can multiply by x throughout. So this one becomes 6x³ plus 2 equals to 7x squared plus x. And we will bring everything to the left side, and then you will see something, all right? Okay, so what does this one look like? Okay, so if you recall, this is exactly the same as the cubic polynomial that we factorized in the previous step. Okay, so to solve this cubic equation, you always need to fully factorize this. Okay, you need to fully factorize this. But the previous step has already helped us to do so, so we have already fully factorized it. So we can use the answer from the previous step for this question. Right, so we can solve it very easily. So either go to 0, so x equals to -half, or 3x minus 2 equals 0, so x equals to 2/3, or x minus 1 is 0, so x will be equals to 1. Okay, but remember in this question, we are not finding x. Okay, x is something that we introduce as a substitution into the question. What we want to find is y, right? Okay, the value of y. So we will replace back. Okay, so 2 to the power of y, no matter what value of y, this is an exponential function, you will never end up with a negative answer. All right, so we will reject this. So reject, since 2 to the power of y is greater than 0. Okay. Okay, then from here we should be able to get an answer. So x is 2/3, so 2 power y equals to 2/3. Right, so I hope you still remember how to solve this. What you can do is either ln or log both sides. So now we'll use ln. Okay, then use the power law to bring the power in front, and then we will divide the ln 2 over and give your answer as a 360. Okay, so you should be able to get this answer. Okay. Okay, then from here, the last one is easy to solve. 2 power y is 1. So 2 power y will be 1. So anything power 0, right? Anything with power to 0, okay, will become 1. So y will be equals to 0. Okay, because 2 power 0 is 1. Okay, so that means y will be 1. Okay, so maybe I should write it in this way lah. Okay, so 2 power y is equal to 2 power 0. Therefore y is 0. Okay, so we solve this part. Okay, so the last part of the question is interesting and it's a little bit unusual. Okay, but don't be afraid of doing unusual questions, all right? Okay, show that the negative solution from part B. Okay, so part B, we have two solutions, right? Okay, one is this one is y equals to 0. So which one is the negative solution? This one. So they want you to show that this negative solution, you can actually express your answer in this form where a and b are integers to be determined. Okay, but of course, we are not going to start from negative 0.55 because negative 0.55 is the answer that we rounded off. Okay, so instead, we will try to start from this 2 to the power of y equals to 2/3, right? Okay, so basically, they are still asking us to solve this particular equation, this exponential equation over here. But they want us to put the answer in this form instead of giving as 360 answer, right? Right, so at this stage, you may ask yourself, what can we do to find y? All right, previously we learned both sides, right, to find y. Okay, but now is there something we can do to totally get rid of these 2 over here? And then just be left with a y. Okay, so you see besides, if we do ln means we are doing log base e. If we do log, we are doing log base 10. Right, so but there's nothing stopping us from using other bases. So what base do you think we should log this thing to? Okay, so such that we can totally remove this 2 on the left side. Okay, so if you are guessing to log 2 on both sides, then congratulations to you. Okay, because that is a very good answer. Right, so you see, you can log base 2. Okay, same thing, you can bring the y in front and you get a log 2. Okay, so this is the same idea as, remember when you solve base e, okay, equals to maybe 5. Okay, then how we solve? We will ln both sides, right? But why did we choose ln? Okay, why did we choose ln? Because ln e is going to be equals to 1. Correct or not? Then we will bring the x in front. Then ln e is 1, then we get the x. So now, because the base is 2, instead of using ln, which is log base e, okay, we will use log base 2 instead. Okay, but over here, why do we choose ln? Okay, because we choose ln because your calculator can only either do ln or log only, either base e or base 10. You can't do other bases, all right? So if you want to use the calculator to get a 360 answer, then we need to either ln or log, right? Okay, so we'll get this. Okay, then over here, what we can do is we can use the quotient law to break this up. So if you break up, it will become like this. Okay, then on the left side, log 2 will be 1, so you are left with y. Okay, over here you have log 2 and then minus this. Okay, so in this case, if you compare to this answer, see, they want you to express as 1 minus log AB, right? Okay, so A will now be 2, and then B will be 3, right? So we can write down the answer. All right, so this question, the last part especially, seems a little bit unusual. okay, but don't be afraid to try your questions. Okay, because usually if you think a little bit more, you should be able to work out the answer. So the questions are usually not as difficult as you think they are, right?